Hello, everybody. In this situation, you're going to be given an original price and the new price that you're going to pay. But in this case, what we're going to be looking for is the discount percent off and then also the dollar amount that you're saving. So in this situation, there is a sale for TVs at Best Buy. The original price of a TV was $500. After the sale, the new price is $375. Our first step to finding discount and the amount saved is to first find the percent of the price paid. So in this case, our first step is to use the price and percent proportion to be able to find this value, right? You want to first find the percent of the price paid. So we go ahead and, just like in other examples, we're going to set up our price and percent proportion, which is new price over the original price. That's our first ratio here. And we want to make that equal to the percent paid over 100. And what you want to do is you want to fill in all the information that you know. And the useful information that we have here is, again, we were given the new price, which is $375, and we were actually given the original price, right, which was $500. And remember, we are looking for the percent paid, right? So that's what we're going to leave blank, right? So we have that blank because we don't know it yet, over 100, all right? And in this case, we're going to go ahead and use our technique of, well, let's cross multiply to solve this proportion. So what we're going to do is first multiply 500 times the blank. So we have 500 times blank, right, is going to be equal to, then we're going to cross multiply the other numbers, right? We have 375 times 100. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and move my work over here because there's a lot of space for it. So we have 500 times blank, which is, there's nothing we can do about that because we don't know what belongs in that blank yet. And then we have 375 times 100. That gives us 37,500. All right. And then from here, you can, again, either guess and check, but if you wanted to work a little bit faster to find what belongs in this blank, we're going to go ahead and do 37,500 divided by 500, right, to figure out what belongs in that blank. So we go ahead and put that in. We do 37,500 divided by 500. We end up with 75. And it's important, make sure that you label what this number means, because a number without a story is not really helpful at all. Remember that what we were looking for was percent paid, right? So that's what this is. 75 is, you're going to pay 75% of the original amount. So once we have this, we can now move on to phase 2. We can go ahead and use this information to find out, well, what was the discount, right? So earlier we had a formula for discount where it is, well, discount percent, right? It's actually going to be equal to 100%, meaning the whole price that you were going of the original price, right? And then we're going to take out, well, the percent that you are actually going to pay after the discount, which in this count, this is percent paid. So we're going to take that away to find out, well, what was the discount? And so we just fill in the number with what we just found. We have 100% minus 75%, and that leaves us with 25%, right? So our discount, right, is actually, we're going to get 25% off. All right, well, mission accomplished. We found the discount percent. But there's some people who think in percents, and then there's some people who think in actual dollar amounts. So one of the things that we also wanted to find here was how can we use this? How can we use our discount of 25% off to determine how much money did we actually save in this situation, in this sale, right? There's two effective ways to do this, right? Number one, I'm going to give you one method, right? Method number one, right? You can always, right? You can subtract, you can get the original price, right? And then you can take out the new price, right? Because obviously there's something that changed between what you were supposed to pay and then what you're now paying. So in this case, we go back, we end up with, well, $500 was the original price. And then the new price that we ended up having to pay was $375, right? This is again to account for the amount saved. And what we end up with is $500 minus $375 ends up being $125 saved. Okay, so this for sure is what we wanted to know, right? This is the amount that you saved. Now, if you wanted to use our knowledge of finding percent of a number, well, we know exactly how to do that in method number 2, right? Method number 2, you can always apply the discount to the original price, right? So what we do is we get the original price, and then we're going to multiply that by our discount percent. And the number that we end up with is going to tell us, right, the amount saved, right? So the amount saved is going to be determined by, we multiply the original of $500, right? And then we again multiply it by 25%. You can multiply it like this, or you can multiply it in the form of a percent. You can multiply it in the form of a fraction, right? 25 over 100. You can also do it in decimal form by 500 times 0.25. At the end of the day, all answers should lead to, if you enter that into your calculator, right, you should still end up with $125 saved, right? This should not change a thing. And there you go. That is how you find the amount saved, as well as the discount of percent off. Anyways, I hope that was helpful, and enjoy.